So, by now, I'm sure most of y'all have probably heard that Kroger and Walmart has banned open carry from their stores. Well, they're not the only ones now. Walgreens has joined. And I'm also expecting, and I would not be surprised if Target joins, and probably something like, I don't know, Sears maybe even, but I'm definitely waiting for Target to come out and say that they're banning open carry. Now, I have to make clear this is just open carry. They have not banned concealed carry yet. They haven't gone gun free yet. Now, a lot of the companies have came out and said that they're doing this because they want to push for common sense gun control and just a safer environment for their customers and employees. There's a bit of a problem with that. Most people that carry their firearms, like myself, we usually conceal carry because we have the license for it. So, unless you want your place to be completely gun free, just banning open carry is not really gonna do much. Look, think about your hometown. How many people do you actually see open carry? Now, yes, there might be a few every now and then, but for the most part, people actually take the classes, get their concealed carry, and they usually just concealed carry. That's the point of concealed carry. So, really, what these companies are doing is they're not stopping gun violence or gun control, they're just virtue signaling. They're just virtue signaling. Saying like, hey, my fellow kids, we're down with the coolness. That's all it is. You're not really changing anything. Because, as I said, for right now, you can still conceal carry in these areas. Now, I was listening to the radio, and someone made a point on the show I was listening to, of which this is not confirmed, but I can see it happening. He was talking about, and he believed that Walmart was doing this to, one, virtue signal to the far left, so that maybe they can get some benefits, we'll say, when it comes to building new stores in certain locations and such, right? And maybe get unionized areas off them, Because I understand where he's coming from, because a lot of companies that ally themselves with the left, and a lot of people that also allies themselves with the left, even if they do something or say something that, like, legit is racist and controversial, the left would just give them a pass because they say the right buzzwords and they're on the right side of history according to them. So a lot of these companies doing this, I can see it. Like, I can see it from I'm going to say a business standpoint. If the Democrats do get in power, and if these companies show that they're aligned with the Democrats' agenda and area of thinking, well, it makes sense. They'll be able to get more benefits from a Democratic-run area. But, I think it's also because they're banking on Donald Trump to lose. Now, if Donald Trump actually wins the next presidential election, which I'm hoping he does, it'll give us 4 more years before the next crazy clown gets in. Anyway, beyond the point. If Donald Trump does win next year, I'll actually be very interested to see if these companies keep their stance. Because if Trump, let's say the 2012 election is actually a red wave. What if people actually do vote Republican and we get a full Republican control House, Senate, and White House? All right. Now, this is, of course, just hypothetical. Will these companies keep the same decisions? I don't know. I really don't know. But what I find funny is Rural King, which I don't know if Rural King is international, but along the South there is a franchise called Rural King, and they've pretty much denounced what the Walmart and Kroger has done, and they just said, hey, we're going to continue to support the Second Amendment right. And honestly, because of that move, people that did buy ammo and guns from Walmart, they'll probably move to Rural King now, honestly. Because from their perspective, they actually feel like they're being supported, while Walmart kind of, especially with their gun bans and stuff, or non-selling of like ammunitions and handguns and all that, Walmart kind of feels like they're just kicking people in the balls. And honestly, since they're getting rid of handgun ammunition, when these people run out of ammo for their handguns and they want to go to the shooting range, where are they going to go? Are they going to go to Walmart? No, because they discontinued it. They're going to go somewhere else. Duh! Oh my god. And I'm still expecting Dick's Sporting Goods to come out and say the same thing, that they're going to start discontinuing handgun ammunition. I could be wrong, because the Dick's where I live, or close to where I live, they still have a decent amount of handguns and revolvers. But we'll see. It's an interesting turn of events. And as I said earlier in the video, they're not changing anything. They're just virtue signaling. And they say that they're going to go to Congress and write letters and protest and help activists for more gun control, common sense laws, and universal background checks. But we kind of already have all that, especially the background checks. I don't know how deep of a background check they want. Like, are they going to start browsing through our Facebook history, our internet history? I mean, they could. It absolutely could. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how deep they get. Because if they go that route, then hypothetically the government can be like, oh, this person posted something hateful and racist, even though it probably wasn't hateful and racist. Anyway, according to this Facebook post on 2 years ago, we consider you a danger and we can't sell you a firearm. I wouldn't doubt that from happening. I really wouldn't doubt that from happening. In the video I did earlier talking about the Betsy Ross flag, if the left does get in power and they stay in power for a good long while, what is stopping them from doing what they want? That's the scary thing about this. The Republican Party has pretty much been piddle-footing around for far too long, and they haven't really got much done. It's all been Trump. But I'm actually a little scared to see what the left will do. Because if 2020 goes their way, and they can control the House, the Senate, and the White House, it is going to be a complete 180 turn. Like, they are going to turn us around and go backtrack so far, and so fast. I'm actually legitimately terrified. You know, like, I am scared to see what would happen. Because they've pretty much given us what they want to do. Open borders, more gun control, which at that point is just going to be a gun ban. Stopping sale of firearms, universal this, universal that, and then Bernie Sanders coming out and talking about population control. It's terrifying when you think about it. I made a video about the Walmart thing earlier, and as I said, nothing is stopping our government from becoming a dictatorship or tyrannical. We are not immune to that. You know, people say the military will support us and all this other stuff, but yes, there's a lot of U.S. personnel that wouldn't dare turn against the civilian population because, you know, they vow to serve the people and the nation, not the government. But it's still scary to think that, what if the government does go tyrannical like that? Will the army save us? No. I hate to say it, probably not. We'll be on our own. As I said, guys, what do y'all think about this? You know, I'm sure there's probably someone who goes, well, this is a good thing, you know? Make our communities and stores seem safer, you know? The way I view it, it's a false sense of safety. Like, maybe it's because I'm a veteran. Maybe it's because I was deployed to Iraq. But my definition of safety is, after all these shootings, it wasn't to, oh, well, maybe I should just leave my guns at home so, you know, I don't scare people. Which I understand. After all this craziness, someone with a gun, they can seem very scary because in the back of someone's mind, it's now, oh God, what if he snaps and just starts shooting people? I understand that. But from my mindset, I'm going to arm myself and defend myself, because if I'm able to do something, if a loon does freaking start wanting to shoot someone, I'd rather have my firearm in at least try to stop the person, rather than not have my firearm and be a potential victim or be a potential body count. And I understand nowadays that's probably not a very popular viewpoint or popular belief, but I'm just saying, guys, just think about it for a second. When danger looms, do you want the ability to fight, or do you want the ability to just stand there and do nothing? It's y'all's choice. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all later.